Who's going fishing Sunday?
I am. Let's go.
Let's go.
I am.
I'm in.
What? Wait. Can you put that cat down?
Yeah, the cat's in. I was trying to be a Bond villain. I apologize.
Yeah.
It's warm by this fire, Buck.
We're not even in the fire. We need to jump in the current.
We got to cool off in the current.
I just want everyone to know, I mean, we say it all the time. You have 7 best friends when you tune into us every week.
And it's wild because we used to say that, but now it's so real.
And it was just a real existential morning, guys.
God, existential.
Did you short drift them?
Well,
That's a yes.
that's what the Canadians say, no bueno.
No bueno. If there is a traditional Canadian saying, no bueno.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Rutten River Pursuits podcast.
Yeah, buddy.
It's time to get back in the current, fellas. I'm Steve.
I'm Will.
It's Bucky. Hey, I'm Ryan.
This is Dave. I'm not Catfish.
I'm Kyle.
Who's not catfish?
Yeah.
That's Andy.
Hey, Andy. Welcome, bud.
How we doing?
Yeah.
Andy.
We got
Wait a
our
minute.
boy, superfan Andy Spittle, coming in for the
For the
current.
current, he's filling in for.
Jump on in, bud. You don't need water wings, do you?
No, sir.
Yeah, put it in your
I can
chest.
swim.
You got your chest waders on?
Yes, sir.
All right. At least you got the chest
He's
waders.
filling
He's
in
in.
for our own
Yeah.
Uncle Catfish.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to do it any good justice, am I?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
But it makes the magic 7 around the...
Yeah, it makes us feel complete. I'm glad you stopped by.
Yeah.
And you'll have a great time.
That's what I heard.
Potentially.
I'm looking forward to it.
Guarantee.
Oh, you're guaranteed to have a great time.
Well, especially this week.
Uh-huh.
Because it has been
What a week.
a great week. A great week, guys.
Dare I say epic?
I want to start it off. Stevie.
Well,
Yeah.
you should because
What
we
have you
didn't
been
see
up to,
much of
bud?
you.
Yeah, you've been.
Yeah, where you been hiding?
Yeah, you've been hiding in the
I always say it. You
And
miss 1 week. It's like I'm missing a month.
It's been forever. And
in
we,
the panda laurel.
Yeah.
I always think about you when we're doing stuff without you.
Right.
I'm sorry. I just
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate
You're
that.
one of my boys.
Yeah, I couldn't make it to some of the things that you guys might be talking about here in a little bit.
I've never hunted with you.
And I missed last week. You've hunted with me.
When?
Yeah, wow.
Like
I don't remember.
for sale.
I fished with you.
That's true. You're my fishing partner, Bucky.
Yeah, but I've not.
You
hunted
guys
with
bought
you.
doe urine together and
We
some
did.
broadheads.
Oh, yeah.
We did have a moment
You
Yeah.
together.
guys hunted for
Yeah.
And
We'll make it happen.
You guided. You've set me up with my arrows, but I've never hunted with you,
We will make it happen. You have my word.
field or woods.
This is it's a rough season for
I
me
miss you, brother.
right now. I honestly have only been out archery hunting, I think, one time. We're
Right.
pushing up on
Right.
the rut, getting close.
Well-
And I'm 3-4 days away from leaving the country.
Yeah.
The
right.
country.
Yeah.
Which is no hunting.
Which, yeah.
But
Good.
During the rut, I'm missing 9 days.
Who approved
but where are
that?
you going,
Yeah.
bud?
Ireland.
Are you going to be in Killarney?
The Sunshine State.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
That's what I've heard.
I think it's a nation, though, Stevie.
The Sunshine Nation.
But I think the
Sunshine
people
Nation.
are always in a sunshine state.
Anyway.
yeah, I'm going to be missing a large portion.
But anyway, who did approve that? Like that's something
I
that you
don't
should be-
remember that. Like, coming
Here's the thing.
across.
Is that on Koozie?
His R2 brothers
It is
didn't
actually.
get an invite.
It's on the koozie.
I couldn't disapprove it. The wife
Okay.
found a pretty unreal deal,
Yeah.
and she's been really wanting to get out there. So
Well, that's good.
I'm earning next year's
Yeah.
Rutcation brownie points.
There you go.
Until she finds another good deal.
Super deal that I can't just turn down.
Sound just like her. Stop it.
When's archery season end?
The great news is Pennsylvania's been running into Veterans Day
Yeah.
Right.
for archery. Now, this year, Veterans Day is on a Sunday,
Nice.
observed on Monday. So the season actually ends November 12th. I will
cool.
definitely be back stateside by then. So I have the last day to get it
Okay.
done.
So we have
Unless
that
you're in
Monday
special rags.
to do it too.
Unless you're in special regs, yes. Yes, we do.
Gifted.
Well, I might end up my epic weekend going to Maryland, taking that Monday off, and hopefully maybe sealing a deal in Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah.
What
What's
weekend
so
that
Bucky's
would be.
talking
Back to
about?
back, state by state.
Bucky's
Jeez.
talking about going the invite.
You
that
set
he
a
got
date for
from
that.
Heartwood.
Yes, it's hard.
Did you?
Hard, chiseled in stone.
Yeah. What date would that be there?
I'm going to head down Thursday, November 8th,
Yeah.
and kind of do some just hanging out with Tracy and
The Heartwood
and
crew.
the Heartwood group
Sweet.
Thursday night, and doing some hunting Friday, and I think Will's going to head down Friday
Friday night. Yeah.
Friday night after work and hunt with us on Saturday. And
So you're going to hunt a couple days down there then, eh?
yeah, I think I have a potential of getting a buck and a doe.
Get right out.
I hope that you just knock it out of the park. It's a good place,
Bucky.
a good crew, good guys, great mission. You know, and
What an opportunity.
it is.
I'm going down there without any expectation at all. I am completely going down to participate, not to anticipate.
You're getting all serious, Buck.
Oh
over
yeah,
this right
well,
now,
but,
aren't you? Yeah.
but I'm taking it serious.
Yeah.
I'm looking. I've looked forward to it the moment I heard about it.
Yeah.
I know. It's really. It rocked me.
It's still rocking
at
you,
the base.
obviously,
At the
yeah.
base, so it's not as visible and audible with me. It's more down in my core, and I think that's part. People will see that come to the surface.
It's in your
At-
dirt hole.
Yeah, it is in my dirt hole.
And it's less than 2 weeks away.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
That's
it's
awesome.
going to be an. I'm having a great fall, guys.
I would try to get with Catfish and Ryan another time or
I'm
two.
here. What?
You know,
I'm here.
stop it. You're not
Oh,
Catfish. Everybody wants to be Catfish. Bless your heart. I get it. But you're not.
It's that seed he's in, though. He's
Sorry
kicked
about
back
He's in
pretty,
the
pretty
Catfish.
similar.
Yeah. I'm sorry I had to scold you like that.
That's
You're
all
my-
right.
You're my
First
boy.
timer.
Yeah. You're my boy. Don't forget that. But Bucky, you got get with the boys as often as you can between now and then, you know, and hone that, you know, that the arrow time, that, you know, the bow time, and just because you don't have a lot of time. But I'm not putting pressure on you. I'm just saying,
That sounds a little bit like pressure.
get with them and work and
Pressure
work it out,
forever,
work
yeah.
out the kinks. You know what I mean? Get more confident.
I'm moving in a different. I'm feeling much more relaxed than I've felt in a long time overall, just as a person. So,
Yeah.
we're gonna get it done.
Did you get a new freezer?
No,
It sounds like you might need to.
I'll wait until the necessity,
Yeah.
and then maybe it'll be more likely.
All right.
Very cool. So, what did we do this week?
Stevie, what'd you do this week?
I just, not a whole lot. It's been a slow week. Just
Don't
out.
you lie.
Yeah,
What'd you
just
do,
out
though?
hunting a couple times.
What?
So fishing.
Wow. Wow.
The H word?
I said the H word.
You were out hunting a couple times?
Yes.
With a rod?
Fish hunting.
No.
What were
No.
they what were they biting on?
They were not.
Throw a little lead their way.
They were biting on lead. They were hitting lead.
How'd that feel?
Really?
How'd it feel to throw some lead not at the end of a 8-pound test?
I don't know how to explain it. It was
Existential.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We've
it was
been-
existential.
It was existential. I've been avoiding. Avoiding's not the right. I don't know how to explain it.
Avoiding.
And not avoiding because I didn't want to, but avoiding because I was afraid.
It was going to feel too
It
good.
doesn't
I
feel
didn't
that
like
bad,
it too
dude.
much.
You never feel it when you're shooting at something.
And
Yes.
and my fears were confirmed. I loved it. Oh man, it was amazing. I had such a good time.
So what did you do?
we went we were able to get out a week ago or something like that with
It was his first Saturday.
first Saturday pheasant opener with our brother Dave Schickley,
Amen.
and his dog Ziggy.
Yeah.
And what a morning! And I don't know. I'm 40.
Now, Dave Schickley runs a couple pages.
Yes, he does.
Very popular
Yep.
outdoor pages.
Yeah, on the Facebooks.
On the Facebooks.
And does a great job.
He's a moderator. Then does a great job. Just
Every night he's interacting with everybody on that's posting. He's making a comment. He's
and he's an awesome sportsman. He's
got a lot of values.
Values.
and he's living the dream, really. Like, he has a dream of what hunting is, and he lives it.
Yes.
Yeah,
And he's dedicated.
Yes.
And just as an example, he carries 2 shells with him. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
heck?
your gun, for anybody that knows it, your gun can hold 3 shells. And so, a volley or whatever might take 1 or 2, possibly 3 shots to bring a bird down. He will take 1 shot per bird. You can get 2 pheasants. He won't shoot any more. If he misses, he misses. He's got 2 shots, and that's gonna,
Bucky, how many boxes of shells did we pack in our pockets?
We split 1 box of shells.
Yeah.
There's a
I
backpack.
shot 8 times. I
Yeah.
was just counting it up.
He dumped out his water in his camelback and put more shells in.
Yeah. But I was shooting a gun I hadn't shot in 20 years.
Yeah. Well, what a morning that was. Like, I didn't know. Guys, I tell you, I've read a ton about hunting. Believe it or not, I've read a ton about hunting.
The funny part, to validate what you're saying, along the same lines, is I'm like, when I found out, I'm like, you're gonna, what's a good word, bud? Are you gonna make this happen? He's like, yes, yeah, I'll be there. I'm like, well, do you have a vest, an orange vest? Yeah. Do you have an orange hat? Yeah. Do you have? Yeah. I'm like, what? You don't hunt, but how do you have all? He's like, I've been secretly buying hunting clothes
for a while.
For the
I've
last
been
4
buying,
years.
Yes, I've been
I
buying
remember
a lot
this
of
time
stuff.
last year, he was asking all these odd questions about brush pants.
Yeah.
And I wasn't putting 2 and 2 together. And
I bought him last year.
He's got a fine
got 'em.
pair.
I took the tags off of him last Friday.
Yeah, so he bought those last fall in
And they still fit.
anticipation.
Like mine would just be too small if I bought them a year ago.
No, I didn't know what to expect, and I was nervous. I was really, really nervous
That
because
they weren't going to fit?
no, not about the pants. As I could buy a different pair if I needed to.
Right.
But
You'd probably take them back. They still have the tags.
yeah, they did.
Anyway.
But I was really nervous that, number one, I was going to screw something up and blow the hunt because it's the first day. I know the opening day for everything in Pennsylvania is packed, so I didn't want to blow anybody's hunt.
That's what everybody else was worried about.
Yeah,
Said no one.
Yeah.
But Steve.
And well, more the guys that are with me, the guys that are graciously offered to take me, and I didn't want to hurt anyone. I've shot.
you didn't want to Dick Cheney anybody.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've shot rifles and
You don't want Stevie Miser
I didn't
someone
want to Stevie
either.
Miser anyone. I've shot rifles and handguns, before, but I've never shot a shotgun. So in my mind, all I'm thinking is, every one of these little BBs is a 30-06 round blasting through the air.
2 miles down range.
Yeah, 2 miles down range. So I'm a little
Gun shy?
I'm gun shy.
Oh.
Because I don't. And there's guys everywhere. I mean, there's
Oh,
guys.
bud.
There's guys everywhere.
And that's pressure. Like, I've never seen that many dudes in that close of proximity in
Yeah,
fields.
it was a lot. It was unnerving.
Yeah, there's guys everywhere. I didn't know what to expect. With birds jumping. I've never
but
had a bird jump up.
I will say, with
10
you,
feet in front of me.
I felt like we were the only 4 guys in the field though most of the time. I really did because of that's in the how much in the moment I was with you guys. Like I love it. I mean I love bird hunting for that fact.
Yeah. And typically when we talk about hunting, it's, scent control, noise control, all that other stuff. And there was none of that whatsoever.
And it's talking out loud and yelling.
With me and Bucky together, there's no noise control.
Single cadencing and double cadencing.
We were trying everything. Yeah. But we covered a lot of ground. My hips were killing me by the end of the day from just high stepping it through. I don't know what it was.
I was so glad that Will said, I don't want to go back out. I'm like, oh man, thank you. Like I don't either.
I had to leave. I had to be out of the field at 9 or something like that to get back home for a soccer game. But I would have went back out.
I would have too.
I would have crawled. But
what is sorghum? Like, do you guys know what?
It's like molasses.
It's
well,
like
that's
grain.
the product that's made from.
Yeah.
Sorghum molasses.
It's sorghum molasses.
Doesn't it look like corn?
Is it the small corn?
Yeah, it's like a green.
It gets a brown
similar
top on
to
the top of it.
corn.
Yeah, like a maroon brown top.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
is that
like
what we were
tiny
walking through
corns.
sorghum?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
What'd you
We
think?
laughed about that, saying we were.
What'd you think of watching the dogs work? Is that the first time you've ever hunted with dogs?
Yeah,
That's a story in and
Oh
of
my
itself.
goodness! Talk about that, Bucky.
It's not a German Weimenheimer or a
It was not a Weimenheimer.
or a Weimenheimer or a Springer Spaniel or Weimerheimer.
The classic Weimenheimer.
We had a
bird dog scenario.
It is not your classic upland bird dog. That is for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
What happened?
Well, what was it, Buggy?
we actually hunted over an American pit bull.
That was nuts. And he was
No kidding.
That dog was fired up.
He would point and he
Ziggy
would hold
points.
and he would flush and he would retrieve. Now, granted,
awesome.
if you want to take that bird to the taxidermist, the head might have a few extra holes in it, but
He was jacked up.
never in the
man.
breast meat.
No.
Never.
And God
which
love him.
is okay
Dave-
with me.
Dave was so anxious. He was nervous because it's his dog, and he's got me around with a gun, and and Ziggy.
I don't know.
That's enough to make anybody nervous.
Anybody. Yeah.
But Ziggy was cranked up. He was and he let him off the leash at first, and that dog took off. Like he was a
Like
greyhound
it was
after a rabbit. It just boom, he was gone, and he must have ran
There
100
was
yards.
smoke. Believe it or not, as damp as the grass was, there was smoke behind him. He went so
he
quick.
ran 100 yards, 100 miles an hour towards these other group of hunters.
I
And
think
He took off like a pit bull after cockbird.
Yeah, he did.
I think he hit 88 miles an hour and went back in time.
Yeah, he most likely did.
But then he got that burst of energy out of him, and then he was right with us the rest of the day. But that was pretty cool to see him just back and forth working the field.
Mm-hmm.
And there were guys, and Dave kept pointing out, there were guys that would just sit and watch us and just wait for
Us to keep bird- Well-
Ziggy to do some work and push something in their direction.
We were one of the few groups that actually busted through brush, though.
He was bounding through the thickest stuff. Like he's just like leaping over, just, I don't even know.
He can jump up to
a
my
dog
chin.
repeatedly doing that. Now they're going to wear out over, it's not going to, but like he was just a ball of energy. And
He
just,
hunted more like a German short hair than a retriever.
yeah, probably.
yeah.
Like he wasn't cutting through anything. He was leaping over
Leaping
everything.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, go over here.
I've never heard of anybody using it. That's,
Well,
that's
you know,
awesome.
but
that's
that's
It's
cool.
amazing. Yeah.
That's David Shickley. You know what I mean? Like he is the hero for the underdog. Like he will make something out of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And his, it's
And he's
incredible.
all heart.
And all heart. But it works. Like it's so pure and clean. And like It's the same process that every bird dog goes through. He just did it with his pit bull. It's wonderful.
I don't know him, and I already like him.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. He's the man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I can't wait to get up in the morning. I'm going hunting with him.
Well, this is a news flash. You heard it here first.
That's not on Koozie.
Yeah. Did you put that on Koozie
No one
Bus?
saw that coming.
It just kind of happened.
But
Planets aligned.
So the group. I use the term "we" very loosely. The group killed 3 birds, and that I don't know that was again, not to overuse the term existential, but that was an existential morning.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you actually kick the first bird up?
Oh yeah, that's right,
Stevie, of
that
all
thing,
people,
and I tried.
You bird dogged, and
Yeah, you and I were pretty close. We were walking close because I didn't quite understand the format of how you stay in a line. I'll work one direction. I'm kind of still just looking around, walking. So I was staying pretty close to Bucky, and I saw one under a brush pile. And I tried kicking it towards him, and it went the opposite direction. And Dave pulled up on it and one shot Shickley. That bird was down.
yeah,
One shot chicken.
Yeah.
yeah, he only had one more shell left.
Yeah. He and that was what 15 minutes into the hunt. We had a bird down. So, but great morning.
Yeah,
A great morning.
I had the first shot at a bird completely missed.
I don't think there was a bird there, but
No, there was. I watched him. No, he flew directly over my head.
Oh, really?
At 12 o'clock.
I
really?
was stuck in the
Yeah.
sorghum.
Another group coming towards us
They
kicked
pushed
him
him
up,
for you.
and he was way up. And not like
You
60 yards.
sky busted
Yeah, you
him.
sky busted.
No, I did not shoot at 12 o'clock. I waited for him to drop down a
The
little bit further
6:30?
away.
Well,
Yeah.
Not 6:30, more like
quarter till?
3:15.
I'm pretty sure if they're out of range, it's still called sky busting.
well,
He wasn't out of range
This
though, bud.
was-
And I only shot once, one round.
We're just picking.
we were in. It had to be 6 foot tall. Whatever, I don't know. It was over
Grass.
my head.
Grass.
6
Not
foot tall
sorghum.
grass. Yeah, not sorghum.
Not
And
sorghum.
I can see the orange on you guys, but I can't.
I couldn't see anybody
Yeah,
other
so-
than a little flash of orange, and I knew not to shoot there, but I knew I could.
So
shoot
I'm
above
walking.
and
All of a
behind.
sudden, I thought just to hear this bang and what the hang and chirp. Well,
banging. What the heck?
couldn't. We messed it.
And for Bucky, during that day, I did. There was
Keep
a
walking.
couple
Nothing to
times
see here.
I didn't shoot across anybody for once. I didn't shoot over anybody.
Thanks, Buck.
You didn't have to hide your movement.
But no, I appreciate you guys taking the time out to teach me, and it's going to take another dozen times, but that was fun. And yesterday, to follow in that same
What
pheasant
happened
vein.
yesterday? What happened yesterday?
On Saturday, it was Dave, Bucky, Will, and myself, and then yesterday. Catfish
What?
and yes, the catfish and Will and myself and one of Catfish's buddies, Chris, went to a different area.
The
for
Bedford
pheasants.
boys went out.
The Bedford boys went out.
It's what I'm hearing.
Just a good old boy.
I guess you could call us that.
Just the Bedford boys.
And that was
They're, Blair County.
Blair County boys.
Never meaning no harm. Been in trouble with the law since the day that it was born.
I think you
Yeah.
added some syllables there.
Maybe.
Kicking the fields.
But that
Roughing up the grouse.
Tramping through the sorghum.
that
Oh God, I think that was a trucker. I said chucker.
But that terrain was a little bit different than what we hunted on Saturday. That was a bit rougher. I got a little bit tore up.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't know if this was like the
Jaggers or what?
oh yeah, this
Greenbrier.
may have
man.
been like the let's put Stevie in the roughest area. And
I can't
let's
imagine
push
they do
through
that.
here
Catfish
to see how
never-
much
never
he
use
whines. My hand, I was still pulling thorns out of my hand this morning, but we pushed it, and I only fell down once, and didn't get any mud.
You did fall down.
Yeah, that sorghum. That stuff was like wrapping.
sorghum.
It was wrapping itself around my boot like a python, tripping me up.
Was that later in the day that you fell, or because it does get tough?
Oh, I don't know what time it was, but it was.
it's
the
hard to-
afternoon.
I just looked back and there was no dude.
Man down.
Yeah.
But
What was the coolest thing from that day? There was multiple cool
There were
things.
multiple cool
but
things.
One thing that I want to point out, kind of in
Yeah.
particular, was there was a football game
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
distance.
This was really strange. So we're walking, and it might be 5 or 6 o'clock, and all of a sudden, the national anthem starts playing. I'm like, what the?
You snapped too, didn't you,
And,
Steve?
and we just like all at once, 4 guys just stop,
In
hats
the middle
off.
of a hunting field.
Yeah, in the middle of a field. Just stop, hats off, face the direction the music's coming from.
America.
Yeah.
It was
America, yeah,
that
folks.
was existential,
Yeah.
and it was. I just felt like doing it, and I was and I didn't even look at the other guys. At
Welcome to
first.
Shell Knob.
Glad to be here.
Crickets.
Dear God.
You'll hear about that on Sunday.
Supposed to roll through it, but I apologize. I'll be quiet for this whole rest of the story.
Now that was one of those moments that just
It was like instinct. You just stop and you just turn to where And then I looked, and everyone's doing it, and there's 4 guys dressed in blaze orange, spread out across the field with their hats off, and it was just it was so you don't have to do it. You're not in a game. You're not in front of anybody. You're not. I would have done it by myself, and
Instinct.
and it was really cool, and you
Yeah.
could hear the national anthem playing and plain as day.
yeah, that was really you could hear
pretty
it playing
sweet.
his day. That
Was
was
it like echoing down like a
I
through
don't
a
know.
valley or something?
You're
or-
not that far from the high school, from those game lands.
Those game lands, but it just rung out, and it was just really, really cool. So that
was cool.
was interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, we're just dudes in the middle of a field. Like you don't have to. No one's watching you.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing more American than that's a bald eagle flying through with 2 AR-15s.
Right. Welcome to Shell Knob.
Amen. I just got choked up.
That tear there, Bucky.
Oh, you know it, bud.
So
I can't even go on.
I get home and I'm telling my wife about the evening, and I said, "Yeah, I jumped a chucker," and she just looks at me like, "You what?
Excuse me. You need to go to the clinic now.
And I said, no, honey, a chucker's a bird. She's like, oh, okay. Did you shoot it? Like, no, the guys were right next to me. I wasn't gonna. And I didn't know. I don't know what a chucker is.
Do they stock
Right.
chuckers? Or is
it was just.
If they did, they didn't stock many.
But they're legal.
well?
Yeah, just
Actually, so that area is used for some trial hunts. So when I say trial hunts, it's a bird dog competition. Because I know guys that
Is it?
shot some mallards out there that were banded with this club's band.
Okay.
So that might be the reason why there was a chuckered there.
Maybe.
Okay.
Because
Well, I was-
the state, to my knowledge, doesn't stock chuckers.
Right. It was my first time hearing or seeing a chucker, in these
I've only read about
Did you chuck that bugger?
So that was cool.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. We're trying to keep Stevie on point, because he has yet to do this thing. you know?
Yeah.
And so just teaching him away, give him a little backup if he needs it and stuff. And we got into it's a lot different terrain from when we were with
With Dave. Yeah.
one shot Shickley.
Yeah, it was a lot different. But it was interesting. It was nice to experience that too. Real heavy. I don't know if big woods is the right word, but there was thick woods. I mean, I was.
You had to cross, these wood wooded areas to get to the next field.
That was really cool, and you didn't realize you were at the edge of the wood line until you were, 10 yards away. It was pretty thick, but and that I learned so much in the last week.
We got to go over like a lot of tracks.
Yeah,
deer tracks, raccoon tracks, a lot of dog tracks. But unfortunately, and I don't know if you can help us with this, if there's a way to determine domestic dogs from coyote.
It's considerably wider.
Domestic dogs are wider?
Yeah, absolutely. A coyote track's going to be a lot more oval shaped.
Yeah.
Than what a domestic dog is. They spread out. Domestic dogs spread out a lot more.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
I mean, because
Hey, Stevie, how do you tell the difference in scat?
it's considerably wider.
No, come on. This is an easy one. Think about it. What would be in their scat compared to a domestic dog?
Hair,
Yep.
Well done.
and
Right
it's
on.
considerably wider.
how did you know?
Oh,
I
yeah.
wouldn't have thought hair.
But I've read a lot.
Yeah.
Wider hair.
Wider hair.
Coarser hair.
Coarser hair. But no, I learned a ton and just being out walking around. Catfish is just.
What? I'm awake.
Man, I'll tell you. I walked with him in a while, and he just constantly pointing stuff. Stay near the tree line. Stay here. Watch this. Watch that.
I love it. Catfish
And-
is like, come here, learn.
Yeah, and he just
Every 20 minutes, come here, learn.
points different things out, and it's so
Did he show you how to cross through some of those greenbrier patches?
No, he just said,
I-
"You good, bud?" Like, yeah, I guess. And it
Well,
just-
he had tank pants on. He's
Yeah.
an all-terrain vehicle.
I had my
They
field
wouldn't have
britches
helped in
on.
a couple of spots because
Field bridges.
I'm pretty sure where you guys were at is where I hunted with him last year, and I think I took some pictures and shared them on social media. But he used a log. It had to be 8-10 foot long
yeah,
by about 12 or 13 foot or
Jeez.
12 or 13 inches in diameter that he picked up, and he would just throw it on the ground in front of him, walk across the top of it, pick it up again, and throw it in front of him again.
blazing a trail.
Just using the log as a bridge
He's a
across the
madman.
Greenbrier.
Yeah.
Ingenuity.
But no, it was a lot. We covered a lot of ground. I think we walked 3-point couple miles in a couple hours. Most of that, was through something. I think the last little bit we walked a road to get back to the vehicles. But so Will ended up. I'm sorry, but I don't want to
No, you're fine.
take the whole story there. But Will.
This is Stevie's week.
Will killed a bird right away. It was like we were walking to the first field, and we got into a clearing or on a road, and there was one there, and I didn't even get all the way out, and I hear a shot, and there's a pheasant in my vest. 30 seconds
I
later,
made him carry it.
yeah, I had to carry it.
He had a hot cock in his back
Those
all
things
night.
are warm.
Yeah.
That kept me warm the whole. I
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
believe it. So we got one. We get back to the car and back to the vehicles, and I was bumping up on time, as we say in the podcasting business.
Right.
And Will, said you're staying. You got to learn how to do this. And Catfish showed me how to skin it, and I don't remember a whole lot, because he's just it's second nature to him. And 1 minute he's cut, snip, cut, pull, tug, grab, crank, pluck, cut, and here it is.
Right.
Rinse it off when you get home, and then go. All right, thanks, bud.
So I got from the Health Journal.
Yeah. So I got to take. I got yesterday's bird in my freezer at home, so I'm really anxious to eat that this week.
And Stevie didn't kill a bird, yet, but he was close on a couple attempts, and there's a part of catfish modeled a behavior for me, and it just kind of like I like to pass it forward a lot of times. I'm not always the guy to give up my bird, but like Catfish, he says, you know, we honor the new guy, you know, honor the new guy, honor the landowner, and honor the old guy, you know, and it's kind of just, you know, it's three simple things, but like it didn't make sense at first. You know, Stevie and I talked a little bit afterwards, but like that bird to me was Stevie's.
I didn't want to take it because it didn't feel right. You know, it didn't feel right taking something that you put a lot of time into learning how to do this, and I haven't. So you know, to me, it didn't feel right taking the reward for all that work,
right?
Without putting in as much time.
But you are now, so you're there. You are putting in the time now.
Okay,
and the effort.
Sure,
but yeah. So, but like, I mean, it's just it adds to it. You get a leg up. You have you get to taste the reward. You know what I mean? So it's only going to hopefully will carry you forward.
Yeah, and
you know, and I'm not saying that everybody has to be like us and do what we do. I just think it's a nice gesture. You know, when you're. If you can do it, if it's something
a nice
that,
gesture.
If your family doesn't depend on pheasant meat, you know, to survive the winter, you know, maybe pay, you know, or give a chunk of your deer, or give whatever. Like, you know, it's just three simple things: honor the new guy, honor the landowner, and honor the old guy. You know, the old guy might not want it. Oh, it's just me and my wife. We don't eat a lot anymore. Whatever, just. Bud, take it, you know, try some, whatever, make them jerky later, whatever it is. But like, I just find it to be very important. But I wanted you to feel like, you know, you don't have to kill, you know, we all share everything. And, you know, I mean, there's a whole freezer there. You know, you can get your hands in a lot of different wild game, whatever. So that's not even the issue, but
it felt good last night when we got home. Oh, we put it in a sheets bag,
right?
And we got to make sure next time we take the receipts out of the bag before we put the
It's a good touch though, bud. At least you have a date.
Got the date.
At least you have a date in there.
Yeah, it was a good feeling cleaning it. You know, just finishing rinsing it off and pulling off the rest of the feathers.
It's wonderful.
And it was a good feeling, and it just looks so clean.
Yeah,
I don't know. It looked clean, more clean than.
Were you surprised that like once you peel the feathers off,
it's so lean.
Yeah,
like
did it look like a chicken? Or,
like a small chicken with skinny legs. You know? but I really enjoyed it, and
I'm glad.
And
Stevie, have you thought about like how are you going to cook your?
Catfish suggested a brine. There's a brine at first, and then so I got to figure that part out. So we're gonna brine it. I know that much, and then roast it somehow. But I'm gonna talk.
You're gonna call clay pot.
I'm just gonna say maybe smoke it.
That we actually talked about one. I think episode 3 or 4, Tame Your Wild Game, where we had Leanna on the show. We talked specifically, I think, about preparing pheasant, or at least about a brine. And,
have you listened to that lately?
No, I was going to fire that up.
I was going to say, you listened to a lot of the back catalog.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was one of them.
No, I haven't listened to that one lately, but
because I had a pheasant as well to cook this year.
Yeah, did you spatchcock that?
No, I just cleaned it like it, and it looks like a small chicken.
Yeah,
or a smaller chicken. I wouldn't say a small chicken necessarily, but
as far as chickens go, a little on the smaller side,
more on the organic free range.
Sweet 5-minute conversation about the size of chickens.
Yeah, that's great.
But
lean chicken, leaned out.
But how do you add flavor to that? And I've just
marathon runners.
Will, how do you guys do it? Because you guys do it every year.
Every
you guys
year.
cook a
So
pheasant
that's our
every year
thing.
at Christmas, right?
Yeah, we do our Christmas pheasant, and it's just Leanna and I, so it's perfect. Little meal. We don't have to cook a big ham or a big turkey. We don't. It's just us and Ruger, and
He doesn't eat pheasant.
you don't
Something
need.
smaller than a chicken fits the bill.
It's perfect, right? So the Christmas pheasant for us it can go a bunch of different ways. It depends on. Well, Leanna loves to be creative, number one. So I honestly never know what's on, how she's going to do it, what she just learned about, whatever. But we've sous vide them. We've done that sous vide.
That was going to be my first guess.
We've done that sous vide process.
Yeah.
The thing is they tend to be a bit drier.
Yeah.
So if you can pressure cook them, however you pressure, if you have a pressure cooker.
That'd be great because the legs are really
Instapot.
tough.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, we have an Instapot,
Yeah.
and it's night and day. It cooks way faster, but it's very, very tender. It makes it tender. Another way to do it is if you do a slow cook crock pot in whatever you're used to doing. I mean, some people do it in wine, some people do soda,
I'm really worried because
broth.
I when we do it, I want it to be the absolute best.
Yeah,
meat my
I'm not
family's
the
ever
person.
had.
I'll consume it in whatever state it makes to my plate.
But you
So-
have little kids.
Yeah.
I would just make chicken tenders. They'll love it.
Well, do not.
That doesn't seem.
Do not
doesn't
shake and bake
seem
it.
respectful.
But
my
do
first pheasant.
a good.
I ate a lot of
do
shake and bake pheasants when I was little.
Yeah,
That's all my
I
mom
would do
knew how
a
to
good
do.
breading.
Yeah.
Something that Phil suggests.
Shake
you know,
and bake.
for which he uses.
Do you guys think deep frying one after you brine it?
Oh, I'm
to
sure that
lock
would be
in
delicious.
do you think that's what I'm thinking about doing with mine? Because that's what we do with our turkeys.
That would probably be delicious.
I don't have a deep fryer.
Well, I'm going to tell you guys, I will deep fry mine this year, just as far as to come back and report on.
Are you gonna go live on
No.
As
Facebook?
before.
Yeah, let's do it.
Not report on. We'll be there to witness it. We're coming over.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that however we cook it, that it's.
I'd be so honored.
I'm hoping my wife says, "I love this pheasant. Get back out there as soon as you can.
Bring me-
Don't come home till you have."
You know what you need to do
What's that?
if you really want to impress your family.
Mhm.
You got to go on a hog hunt.
It's true. You
Yeah.
literally
Really?
could bring home the bacon.
Absolutely.
Literally.
We go to Carolinas
good.
every year. I've been thinking about doing that. Aren't there hogs up in Johnstown or Somerset
Yes.
County?
Yeah,
Wild ones.
been there.
Really?
You trapped hogs.
No, I thought we were talking about that hunting farm. Never mind.
Maybe you might know this, but maybe this is a rabbit hole. I don't want to get down it too far, but I have an opinion that is not, I don't think it's super popular, but I think Pennsylvania, with the amount of hunters, could
Don't.
actually
Yeah,
Afford a hog.
Easy now.
handle a hog.
no,
Population.
No,
No.
no state that has hogs wants them. Pennsylvania does not want them.
But there's no state that has them, that has the artillery that we have.
Texas, maybe.
Your problem's going to be
Yeah,
the
The Game
public
Commission
land
trying to
versus
regulate it
private
and-
land and,
yeah,
trying to
absolutely.
regulate it. And there's going to be areas that you can't get into. And next thing you know,
Well,
Gettysburg
it's a hog
Valley
haven.
Forge
Every-
is torn to the ground.
everywhere there's a yellow posted sign that the deer know about, the hogs will know about, and those landowners will be beating people's doors down to try and get rid of the hogs, and then everybody else that's trying to get them on public land will not have a hog to hunt.
Yeah.
She'll
Yeah,
be
it'll-
saying you want
it'll be a
snakeheads and all
horrible
the
mess.
Class
I'm not
A
saying
couch
that. I
streets.
just think that there's a population. We have a population unlike any other state.
I'm not complaining.
There is absolutely no way I would get behind that idea. No way.
Swing and a
Those-
miss there, bud.
It's just
Those
a thought.
things are so evasive and
Yeah.
so detrimental to the land. Absolutely.
But you hear about it from time to time, just feral pigs from pigs that
Right.
got out and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it would be, I think, I don't want to use the term devastating, but it would be bad. It'd be
Right.
bad. In
No.
the long run, it wouldn't be good.
Sure.
The Feral Pigs was my high school
Well, that's
jazz band.
That's why I brought him up. That's why I brought him up. But
That makes sense. But anyway, if you can get if you really want to impress your family with food, there's not one part of the hog that they're not used to eating, and if you
Yeah.
can bring home the bacon,
Oh yeah,
it's
whole hog.
on. Yeah.
I'd go whole hog and bring home the bacon.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, man.
but no, we had a great time with you, dude. I appreciate you getting out of your. I'm not saying you were out of your comfort zone, but just starting something new.
Oh yeah,
I think that was awesome to have, time with a pointing pit bull and one shot Shickley, and Uncle Buck just basically doing everything he can to bring down a bird. It was awesome.
We had a great time.
But hands down,
it's been
Sounds
an
like
awesome week.
Stevie, that's not the end of your week, though, guy.
Oh, I'm exhausted from talking.
But
no one
you-
else did anything. It sounds like.
but did,
I caught a June bug.
I'm going to have to ask.
Yeah.
And it's been a while since you've been able to make this announcement.
Well, I caught another trophy.
You sure did, bud. You caught a trophy fish.
What a night this
Yeehaw.
was. So last year, Bucky takes me and Ryan and Hunter to this urban fishing walleye trout haven,
the Hobo Bridge.
the Hobo Bridge.
Last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bucky rips out 1 6-inch walleye out of there after
There's
6
a
hours
famous
of fishing.
picture on the internet
Yes.
of him.
Known as
Fistful of walleye.
Amen.
And it's
And
it's
like you can't see anything but the eye
and the
flash.
fistful of walleye actually spanned its own or spurred its own fistful of
It's like fish
something.
belly.
Yeah,
pheasants.
fistful of muskie, fishful of trout, fishful of bluegill.
It's like a lot like the Legend of the Fish Belly picture.
Yeah,
where
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of people try to copy it, but nobody does it like you do.
not at all. No, it's the hunt for juvenile fish. So we go back to Hobo Bridge tonight, and I've never fished.
So
In an-
up until this point, no one. So Bucky has oversold this place as the walleye mecca.
The walleye hole of whatever that is, Dauphin County, the Tri-County area, basically.
When I showed up and looked at this spot, bless your heart, bud, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I thought it was just going to be, we're hanging out, we're going to create great memories.
A krill full
I did not
of
think
memories.
what happened was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, somebody else talk. I can't talk anymore.
I bet.
All right, I'll tell the story.
There you go.
got me. So we're fishing, and Phil, you've always had great luck with flukes there, right?
Yep.
Well, the
Super flukes.
the flukes weren't working, and normally I would have stayed with the fluke for 3-4 hours, but
Till it worked.
till it worked.
Yep.
Until it worked.
It's all timing. It's not
all-
the lure.
It's never the lure. It's always
It's the
timing.
magic
It
hour
may-
for that lure.
But against my better judgment, I switched out to a rattle trap, which sometimes works on different species this time of year, or the lipless crankbait, as some folks like to call it. The lipless crank. And I only had one in my box because I don't normally throw it. And wouldn't you guess, first cast,
Yeah.
we hook up with a walleye. And I've never fished in walleye, in an area where I had a good chance to catch a walleye. So tonight was my first, my one and only first walleye. Keeper walleye. And
I joined you in that same
bingo.
category.
Yeah.
My first walleye tonight
Really?
from a lipless crankbait as well.
Mm-hmm.
And by then, I was impressed. Like,
So,
I was like,
you guys
these
didn't
guys are
catch any
teaching me something.
landlocked walleyes at Lake Mead or
I never have, no. Nope.
And David
So
Kyle.
I short drifted them all and tried a lipless crankbait.
Yeah.
Didn't have any luck.
You know why I think it was?
Technique.
Because he was short drifting.
Well, it might not. It could have been technique. I think it was.
Some people think it's technique.
Normally, I don't buy into this very much.
I was going. My cadence was
I
faster.
don't think it was your cadence. I think it was the color.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't have much chrome in yours, or the
Low
one
chrome.
The
Low
one
chrome.
I was using was solid chrome.
Yeah.
The one Ryan was using was 75% chrome.
Right. Mine was a lot of
Yours was a lot of colors.
sexy shad.
Yeah.
Is I think the color it's called.
Yeah, and typically I don't buy into the colors.
Which is
Too
like, to
sexy
me,
tonight.
is like an
Stuff, but-
oxymoron.
Tonight.
From
Maybe
the shad
not.
harasser.
But keep going on with your story, bud.
So I switch up. I go to an old favorite,
Mm-hmm.
and I tie
Sexy
on.
shad.
Dead rig.
I tie on a tube.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And yeah,
Green one too.
yeah, it was a green tube from Rock River Custom Tubes.
No surprise
Rock
there.
River Custom Lures, and
.com.
I hooked up, and that area that we were at, you have to kind of chase down.
That's so much fun.
Yeah, you have to chase the
Yeah.
fish
Challenge
to
after
get
you
to
get-
to get to where
It's
you
probably
can
what a
pull the-
20-yard, 30-yard
Yeah,
run,
easily.
something like that.
So
yeah.
you go to the end of this run where like the eddy mark in the street in the river is, and I was fighting it, and I pulled a Stevie, got it right to the bank, and bam, popped off.
popped
So-
off.
What do you
So-
mean? Like, when
you
you
horse
pull
it,
a
bud?
Stevie, like, what does that
He
mean?
didn't cut his fingernails.
Well, he created slack in the line. What catfish always talks
Yeah,
about.
there was slack in the
That's
line and-
exactly
No,
Bam,
what
there
popped the
was
hook.
no slack
Yes,
in the
there
line.
was,
Its
and-
head was out of the water. How could there be slack in the line?
So
you-
I got the bait back, so not 100% Stevie
He
because
threw through the
you
hook.
deaky.
Yeah.
He was just
You pulled a deaky.
yeah,
he
but
was
it was a
just
big
hooked on-
walleye.
That
it
was a
big.
stud.
I've never caught a keeper walleye.
I felt
So-
like catfish tonight because I got so much joy in all three of these guys.
Last week you said
Catching
catfish
What's your mom?
was your mom.
Yes. And now, I'm
you
catfish.
feel like your mom.
Yes. I love the fact that we've come full circle.
well,
360.
Bucky, I wasn't really sold on this area because most I ever caught there was the rocks on the bottom.
Right.
Last time,
But it's colder now than
I still
we
caught a
did.
couple of those.
and yeah, I caught
I've whipped-
several of those last night.
I've whipped several different lures in that place, and the current drives me nuts. There's nothing that
But
I
if you hook into one,
Once you
that's so much fun trying
Yes.
to get it.
I need to pause
I
this
hate
for a
that
second
place.
though. I gotta
Pause it,
go.
bud.
I gotta go back in time and defend Stevie here
go ahead.
because I understand what you're saying, Deaky, and Will. I feel terrible about the striper situation. I'm never gonna say anything bad about Stevie again, as far as losing a fish
Write
at
that
the
down.
bank, because Stevie.
Put that on the koozie.
My first walleye was landed tonight as I scooped up that fish. Who was holding the rod?
I was.
I trusted you enough
yeah.
that I handed you the
You
rod
handed it to me.
so that I
you
could
didn't
step
hand him the
down.
line
This
though.
is existential.
Maybe
It was
that
either
was it, Bucky.
Stevie
You
or
didn't
Bucky.
hand
I
raised
could
a
have
good
opened the
point.
bail though. Don't think that didn't go through my mind.
Yeah, especially because Ryan's fish was bigger than
You didn't give him
Stevie's. So.
Yeah.
you didn't give him the business end.
All right, I take it all back.
Don't think that didn't go through my mind. Just flipping that bail. Whoops, sorry, bud. Well, let's keep fishing a while.
But it was a great night.
Mm-hmm. It was a great night.
And
The only reason why I was there is so he could see what bait you're using, just to be closer to your hole.
what color?
But
Oh, I'll be back.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
All right,
We'll be
I
back.
get
There
it.
was there was
I
other
just-
guys that showed up too.
I
like
pitched
when
so
we-
many lures in there, and
when
I
we
just-
were leaving, there was a boatload of people showing up.
And it's
What
because
kind of boat was it?
daylight was fading.
Big one.
And that place gets popular at night. That is a hot spot.
I
when
don't. There
lights
was
go
four
out.
of us. There was four of us plus a fella you knew showed up. I don't know how you could fish a bunch of people there. I mean, we were getting tangled up.
Oh yeah, I mean
Left and
Ryan,
right.
he casted over me so many times. I mean, it was ridiculous.
That's fun. That
Oh, is it fun?
It's
because
fun
all I
to-
did
to
all
see
night,
how-
except for the one fish that I landed,
Yeah.
the only thing I did all night was retie on my lure because every time DK got a hold of it, he's reaching for his pliers and cutting line before. I'm like, we're not even tangled. He's like, oh, I cut your line already.
I know, like when Will
It's
and I
easier to cut a line than untangle it, bud.
It's not
when
true.
Will and I fish together, like we'll purposely like cast over the other one and try to, you know.
Yeah, but
screw
with
the
that
other one up. And
current,
it's-
you cast over each
Oh,
other.
it's
It's
a
a
challenge.
mess.
Yeah.
But it's still fun. And I told
Oh,
that
man.
guy who showed up, I'm like, bud, just go at it. We're gonna cross over
yeah.
multiple times.
It's all good.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out in the end.
Just go, bud.
And
We'll
that
figure
is-
it out in the
it's-
end. He says he still has his knife in his pocket.
Well, you'll figure it out once I cut you. You
Here's
gotta
my
retie. You'll figure it out.
I lost 220 yards of braid tonight.
And $220
I told you
in
figure
lures.
it out.
Does anybody else have anything else they want to talk about?
I think we covered this week, Stevie.
Andy,
I mean,
did you get anything
were
interesting?
We have a guest.
yeah. What'd you do this week?
How's the trap line, bud?
Trap line not happening yet. Work trapping definitely getting
Just
normal amount of work.
normal amounts. Good.
Right now, squirrels are starting to pick up. Groundhogs are starting to slow down. So
Yeah. What's the biggest nuisance, right? Like what do people call you?
squirrels
Yeah.
in houses because we do a lot of city work.
Electrical and stuff like that.
It's
Like,
not, that's
what
that's
do
a
they
little
ma-
bit of a misconception.
Like what?
but
Yeah, I
no.
mean, what are squirrels doing to people to annoy people?
Well, just running around and chew a hole through the soffit or the fascia or something like that, and start living in the attic, running around, noise, mornings and evenings.
Yeah.
So you go there, you evaluate where they're getting in, set traps, and go to town.
Are squirrel skins worth anything?
No, but the tails are.
The tails are.
Yeah, you can ship them to MEPS fishing lures.
Yeah.
You can ship them there. They'll pay you for them. I've never done that. I've actually sold them on our fur sale. I got 17 cents a piece a few years ago. I had like 200 and some.
Wow.
Yeah. So for the time it took me to cut them off, it really wasn't worth that
No.
much. No.
That's cool, man. Andy, thank you for joining us, popping in today, and I'd love to have you back for a whole show about trapping. How's that?
We
sound?
should
Could you
set
do
that
that?
I
up.
think that might be a good idea. I think
You
you
need
guys
to do
would. I think Stevie Miser would enjoy that show.
Oh my
I would
gosh, we couldn't keep him
love-
quiet.
I would love
If he learned how to hunt, we can teach him how to
a
trap.
trapping
Yeah, you-
show.
yeah,
Can we make
you
this
get 'em
happen
on-
soon?
It's pheasants are a gateway. I'm not gonna lie.
That's how I started out.
The gateway meat.
Then it was foxes and coyotes from then on.
Yeah, thanks, Andy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, bud.
Yeah, thank you.
Ryan, when we're not whacking pheasants and cutting cheek meat out of walleyes, where can they find us?
They can always find us at ruttenriverpursuits.com. Always available. All the social media properties. Just search Rutten River
Social
Pursuits. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel, Rutten River Pursuits Podcast. And, of course, the podcast itself, always available. iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher.
Castbox.
There it was, Castbox.
Premature.
Just bringing you the anticipate.
Does anybody have any good snacks to eat when you're out in the pheasant field?
Bucky,
Everybody, go on over to mfjerky.com and put in Jerky Pursuits 15 and choose whatever you want to get on that website.
Beef jerky, coffee.
Get on over there, be it if you like the jerky, the beef sticks, or the coffee. Load up the cart and put in Jerky Pursuits 15, and you will get 15% off of everything on their website.
The entire thing?
That's great.
Great week, fellas.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
week. Andy, thanks for coming out, bud. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks,
Thank
Andy.
you.
All right, fellas.
Let's kick this pig.
See ya.
Crucial taunt. Play us out. Rig 'em weedless. Yeah, talk about that, Bucky. The
It's not a German Weimenheimer or a
it was
Springer-
not a
or
Weimenheimer.
Weimenheimer or a Springer Spaniel or Weimerheimer.
classic Weimenheimer.
We had a
bird dog scenario.
It is not your classic upland bird dog. That is for sure.
I thought just to hear this bang and what the heck and church like well
Banging, what the heck?
couldn't.
I'm missing 9 days.
But where are you going,
Yeah.
bud?
Ireland.
Are you going to be in Killarney?
The Sunshine State.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
That's what I've heard.
I think it's a nation, though, Stevie.
Boom, he was gone, and he must have ran
There
100
was
yards.
smoke. Believe it or not, as damp as the grass was, there was smoke behind him. He went so
He
quick.
ran 100 yards, 100 miles an hour towards these other group of hunters.
I
and
think he
Took
hit,
off like a pit bull after cockburn.
Yeah, he did.
I think he hit 88 miles an hour and went back in time.
Yeah. He most likely did.
I'm gonna super fan on you guys. I'll show you how this is done. You ready?
Yeah.
What are you waiting on?
Right. Whoever's gonna.
I'm gonna do it. I
I'll
said I would.
Rochambeau you for it. I'm going to be on that all night.